Who's got the
No, I
keys?
lost.
I think. Oh god.
I think Morpycaner.
Whatever his name is.
Morpycaner. The naked.
Morpycaner.
Oh,
That's not
Morpycaner.
hard. Just zoom into my character
Yeah.
portrait and you will know.
You should all be able to see the names of everyone. I'm not sure if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, it's fine. So, yeah, we go to Morpy, get the keys.
Yeah. Okay.
Ah, here, take it. And throw it to the first person inside.
All right. So you get the keys to Korin. He opens the door.
Okay.
Okay.
He's
So
got something.
inside there is a skeleton.
Oh god.
It seems incredibly old. To the point where you accidentally kind of nudge one of the bones and it just like breaks into dust under your touch. It's incredibly fragile.
Okay.
There's no telling how long this has been here.
Is there anything else in the room?
Yes, there is a small leather-bound book laying near the skeleton.
I'll very carefully try to grab it so it doesn't also fall to dust.
Okay, can you give me a sleight of hand check?
Yes, I can.
Right, very good. Okay, so you managed to get the book, and everything's fine, and then you sneeze, and the entire skeleton just flows into the air and like becomes dust, and it's gone. Unfortunately,
The book also, or
no, the book's still there.
okay,
The book seems to be much more intact.
high quality.
Yes, exactly. So yes, I'm just going to move the book off as well because you've got it now.
Okay, nice. And then I'll just take the book and go back to the party and tell them what I found.
Okay. Hey guys, he's found a book and a skeleton.
Ooh,
The skeleton
what language is it?
kind of old. I have no idea. I didn't open it because the skeleton turned to dust as soon as I was sneezing. So I was wondering if one of you was a little bit more skilled with his fingers. I'm kind of scared to
Well,
tear it apart.
let me see.
Okay.
I look at the naked gnome standing before me and actually say, yeah, you see, I'd rather not.
Oh, well.
But,
So-
I mean, do you other guys know him? Anyone who can
No.
vouch for him? Because
No, but I'll look at it.
I find him a little bit odd. Yeah. Was it Ember?
The book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll look
Yeah,
at the
okay.
book. Not the
Okay.
naked.
Let's see. What kind of languages does Ember know?
I well, I know I have Celestial, Common, Draconic, and Sylvan. I used to have Ignan, but no longer recognize it, which would be a shock to me.
And
And
I know Elven.
don't know that I recognize Abyssal and Infernal.
Okay. Give me a languages check? Is there languages check? I can't remember now. What's it called?
I also have the linguistics.
Linguistics.
skill.
That's the one I meant.
Yeah.
Sorry. I need to get the thing open.
A little bit, not as good as I used to be.
Okay. You got good odds of figuring out what this is. Okay.
Nope. Crap.
No, you do actually manage to recognize quite a lot of this. It took you a moment, but this is very, very old kind of language. It's like a precursor to a lot of the later languages almost.
Okay.
There's parts of it which relate to basic. Not basic, sorry, I'm thinking Star Wars. Common, yes. That's because I was playing Star Wars the other day. So yeah, you recognise parts of it, and it is basically a diary, from what you can pick out at least. It says that he was a man who lived on the continent of Torma. One day he just kind of woke up to find himself in this castle full of clouds, and he was imprisoned by people in cloaks. He was kept in the cell for the rest of his life, essentially, and the only things they did with him was ask him questions, and they learnt as much as they could from him about his home and where he had come from and how things were.
Yeah, where did he come from?
He came from the continent of Torma. You can't
Where's
figure
that?
it. If you don't remember, then you don't remember.
Is that the Okay, there was a continent to the west
How do you spell it?
that traded a lot with, I forget the name of the country and the town. But the one that we'd been accused of murder in, that town, that country,
Yes.
traded a lot with another continent to the west.
As for a specific location on this continent, it's there, but you can't figure out what it says because it's so different from what you know. But yeah, it basically just says that the people who were questioning him seemed really strange. Like, they didn't seem like actual people in a lot of ways.
Okay.
Almost like alien.
Are there any dates in the book?
To start with, yes, but soon after, no. He's like completely lost track of time.
Okay.
He was just kept in the cell the entire time. He does mention that he had frequent visits from a small girl who would bring him food, things to wash with, fresh clothes, bedding.
Does he mention his name?
It does, but again, you can't quite figure it out. It's like in strange characters, but the closest approximation to it would be Garneth. But yeah, he basically gets more and more crazed the further on in the book it goes, because he's just got no interaction with anything other than the people coming to ask him questions and then the girl coming to bring him food.
I'm assuming that's Alwyn.
It certainly sounds like Alwyn from the description.
Okay. Any reference as to how old he was, or
The first age you find, it says he was 33. He was human, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. He knows that he was here for at least 10 years.
when he was 33?
Yeah, so he first arrived here when he was 33.
Oof.
And had been here for at least 10 years, and probably longer. He's completely lost track by the end. If you got this to someone who knew ancient languages, they could probably get more information from this and a more accurate picture of what actually happened.
I'm going to take a stab at the dark and say this was the guy that initially gave the blanks some semblance of humanity. But that's a stab. That's a stab.
Mm-hmm.
Because the blanks really were without like form or shape, personality, and then over time, if I remember right, over time they kind of became their own entities.
If you're done with that journal, can I take a look at it? And just I'll put some close one when we get some.
Yeah, just don't get your bookmark all over it.
Oof!
Very good.
Bookmark.
Give you a linguistics check if you're looking at it, Morpycaner.
No, I'm not looking at it yet. I'm just putting it in the bag so I can carry it with us.
Yeah.
What about the
Meow.
what about the door I'm next to, Adam?
Which one? The one on the left or the one?
Yeah, the one that's next to my character.
Okay.
Yeah, left.
So you open that, and you see a bunch of empty cots. Below each one seems to be some kind of small storage box.
What is it called?
The cot is basically like an empty bed, but it's...
Almost like in a dormitory or in a barracks,
Yes,
those kind of beds.
exactly.
So they basically got foot lockers with them.
Yeah, as you said, barracks. It essentially looks like a barracks.
So it's bed.
Yes.
Okay, check.
We just like pick up the foot lockers and shake them and see if anything's in them.
Yep. Okay, only one of them rattles as though something's in it. Fortunately, it is unlocked, and out falls a short sword. Would you like to take the short sword?
I think so, and I would probably give it to Korin. What is your general specialities? Are you like a fighter?
Yeah, but I'm going for a two-hand build with... right now I only have heavy blade. I don't think a short sword is...
Seriously, you don't have any weapons and you're arguing about a short sword? Just take it.
Well, yeah, I mean, just basic weapons should handle a short sword.
Well, at the moment, Corin's got a club. In other words,
Yeah, I mean, I have my
So, yeah.
trusty mate.
All right, well,
I've
I've at least got proficiency in it, so I will take it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was making sure because I've got some, like the channel positive energy. I was making sure that somebody else had it because I've got at least something offensive right now.
There is one more door in here. Do you want to check it, or are you happy to?
Now let's check it.
Alright.
Check it. Say.
Oh my god, it's an armory.
Well, you can keep your short sword.
Okay. As you go in, you basically almost run up to the desks because you're like, oh yes, weapons. You pick them up, and the first one you pick up falls apart in your hand.
Oh no.
The next one you see is like completely rusted, and you see that most of these are so old and worthless they haven't been taken care of. However, there is a couple of things in here below the junk which is still usable. For instance, you could use any of the handles and hilts of things as clubs, if any of you want clubs still. There is 3 daggers. There is a bow and a quiver. Obviously that can't rust, so that's alright. And there is, in fact, a longsword. And if you guys give me a perception check...
Oh, I see everything.
Yeah, the floor is kind of dirty. Too much dust.
Okay. Okay, so Conrad, you actually find a helmet.
Okay.
Among the among the horde, so to speak, and it seems like an ordinary steel helmet.
Okay, we take it.
All right, cool.
Oh, she put 2 holes on the top of that. I could use it for an underpants.
That'd be practically armor for you then.
Exactly. There are daggers in here.
Yes, there's 3 daggers.
Mind if I take one?
Yep, that's fine. Go for it. And I give one to Orin too. And
Yep.
What's with the longsword? Can you wield it in 2 hands?
generally a long sword.
I think in normal medieval warfare,
It does D8 damage anyway, rather than D6 on a regular sword. Yep, you can have it with 2-handed use. Yes.
Yay.
He says you guys are searching. Door opens. In comes Olwyn. Ah, you're still okay. That's good. We're kind of running out of time though. You found weapons.
Yes. What was the message behind the tapestry?
What message behind the tapestry?
Don't think
There was
you have tried this.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was one. No idea.
Me neither.
I don't think it matters.
What did the numbers in the ledger book mean?
Oh, that book. Oh, that's just people who've been here. People in the cells.
Why were the people themselves here?
Sometimes people come here by mistake. You've been here before. You came by mistake.
I know.
Does that mean we've been in such a cell ourselves?
No, you've been in this world before.
Oh.
It's the world that shouldn't be. It's the world of blanks.
I'm drawing a blank here, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
I guess your memory hasn't fully returned. It will one day. It's going to take a while. I'm sorry I had to get you up so early. It's just, everything's breaking. We need to get out.
Well then, lead the way.
Okay.
Oh, and if you don't mind, are there somewhere normal clothing?
Oh.
As you can see, as I point up and down,
Oh,
I'm
God.
kind of naked.
She just kind of like looks away. It's like I don't know. There might be some clothes in the royal chambers. You should search there anyway. I mean, that's probably where the key is. Right. Can you give me perception checks, please?
Again?
Yes, again. Yeah. So she leads you this way, back into the corridor. When you get here, there is a figure coming up the stairs. And she's like, "Oh no, not again! Quick, this way, this way! Go past me. Get up there. Get through the door. Go hide. I'll deal with him." And she like runs off, and you can hear her like going, "Drax, you need to settle down. You just need to get out of here." You go through the door, and you see another spiral staircase heading up. You close the door behind you. Do you head up?
Of course.
Yes.
Yes, alright. So you head up, there's no windows up here, but it's clearly some kind of tower heading, obviously going upwards. You reach the top and there's a small door, and inside is a room, and inside this room is a bed, which is an unusual kind of shape, and there is several windows, and in each window there is a different image. And it turns out these images are like, they're all displaying something differently, and you recognize some of the locations you can see. One of them seems to be the land of Yalessa, one of them seems to be Dwarven country, and one of them seems to be Tertia. You recognize parts of this now. And you're not sure what this room is, but these windows seem to just be looking out on all of these things. Okay, and then Alwyn calls from the bottom of the stairs. She's like, I managed to drive him off again. It's okay.
Alright, what do we do now?
I'll keep taking you there. We should head and get the key if we can. Alright, so I'm just going to take you to where she go. If you want to go anywhere else along the way, just let me know. But otherwise, she's going to take you all the way back to here. And as you get here, the castle starts to really creak and shake now. Parts of masonry start falling down around you, and some of them are actually quite close by, and they could actually cause some serious damage if they land on you. So you're going to have to start being very careful as you move around now. You hear a smashing sound close by, as though a window is breaking. And Alwyn seems more agitated than ever.
Alright, well, let's just follow her. I don't want to get,
We really need to hurry. We've got to find the key. And she just, like, goes through here. So, there are several doors around. I'm not sure which one it's in, but I'm just going to basically highlight all these. Okay.
So, basically, let's each take a room and look for the key.
So the room you have entered, Conrad. The window here is broken. There is scattered glass all over the floor, and you can see out through the window. It's higher up than the other rooms. You can see the clouds billowing away, but they seem to be moving much faster than before. And as you look closely, you see they almost seem to be spiraling away into a singular point on the horizon, like water draining.
Yeah, not good.
Okay, in here there is a small sofa. There seems to be a large wardrobe next to that, and there is a rather fancy-looking double bed. Ugar, in yours there are 2 single beds, but they're much nicer than the ones you've seen before, and they're immaculately made, and of course there is a wardrobe nearby.
Yay, close!
Korin, same thing in yours, except it's a single bed, and there is a very nice-looking futon as well.
Yeah, I just start to ransack.
Fair dues. Okay, right. And yours, well, yeah, basically there's clothes in here. Strangely, though, it seems like none of them have ever been worn. And the one you're in, Conrad, there's like thick robes of great finery. She did call it the king's room, so it's probable that these are like kingly clothing. Okay. Other than that, there doesn't seem to be anything particularly good here. Morpycaner, you're just searching through here, and it's full of like random ladies' clothes.
It doesn't matter. If it fits, it fits.
Fair enough. There would be a couple of items in here that would fit, yes, like hosiery, lingerie. I'm just going to dress you in lingerie now. So then Morpycaner comes out wearing a thong. Korin, in your room, there is men's clothing, but it's like fine servant's clothing. You'd guess this is probably like a butler's room, like a head servant's. Can each of you give me a perception check, please?
I'll take a shirt or something and...
Yep. Take as many clothes as you like.
Yeah, well, I think probably some pants would be a little bit too long for him, or too long.
Yeah, he did a decent perception.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, they probably would be quite long, but you could like tuck them up or something so you could get them on if you needed to.
Well, that's true.
It more or less fits. There's clothes between these lot of things that there's always something that pretty much fits.
I think I'll just tell him that there are male clothes. Look through them if he wishes to change.
Okay. As it is, Olwen returns. She's like, I found it. It was in that room. Conrad, you're looking at her now, and she seems bigger than before, like taller. Like, she looks like she's getting older.
Interesting.
Only to him, or
No,
also...
no. I mean, you haven't really noticed it, but
Okay.
But she definitely looks older to all of you.
Well, that's kind of, we can deal with that later. This place is falling around under.
Mm-hmm.
Conrad just kind of thinks we have to keep moving.
Yeah, we've got the key now, so we can go. We can go.
All right, lead the way.
She just like starts running off ahead, straight back to the hall, and she goes through the door, and you hear her scream in surprise.
Same guy.
Mm-hmm. And he looks at you, and he yells, "Death!"